Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Kobbie Mainoo shows up Ruben Amorim, and Thomas Frank drops bombshell admission on Bryan Mbeumo. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Ian Wright suggests Mainoo's form is becoming an embarrassment for Amorim. It is a proper head-scratcher how a talent like Kobbie Mainoo ended up being the invisible man during Ruben Amorim's brief and ultimately doomed tenure at Old Trafford. According to Ian Wright, the whole situation has left Amorim looking a bit of a muppet. Before the Portuguese gaffer was sent packing on the 5th of January, Mainoo hadn't even had a sniff of a Premier League start all season, a baffling state of affairs for a lad who was bossing the midfield for England at the Euros while he was still practically a schoolboy. The word on the street was that Mainoo had become so fed up with being left out in the cold that he was genuinely looking for the exit door ahead of the January window. However, since Carrick took the hot seat, the script has flipped entirely. Mainoo has been straight back into the thick of it, starting every single league match and proving exactly why he's the crown jewel of the United Academy. Ian Wright didn't mince his words, calling the entire ordeal right proper embarrassing for Amorim. In his eyes, it's a massive blunder to have a world-class youth product sitting on the bench while the team struggled, nearly forcing him out of the club in the process. Thomas Frank's blunt assessment for Bryan Mbeumo after defeat. Carrick has truly instigated the most significant transformation at Manchester United, breathing life back into a club that had spent several years drifting without a rudder. United continued their fine run of results by overcoming Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford. This time, they managed to best a side against whom they had failed to secure a win in their last 6 encounters, managing only 2 draws in that period. United's dominance under Carrick's tutelage has brought them within touching distance of the top 3 with 44 points. They are now just 3 points adrift of third-placed Aston Villa, following Villa's stalemate against Bournemouth. In the first half, United immediately showed their hunger to break the deadlock. A long-range strike from Casemiro was well saved by Vicario. However, disaster struck for Spurs in the 29th minute when a reckless challenge from Cristian Romero on Casemiro resulted in a straight red card. Minutes later, United capitalized. A corner from Bruno Fernandes found Kobbie Mainoo with a low pass, and Mainoo easily squared it to Bryan Mbeumo. Finding himself in space and unmarked, Mbeumo coolly slotted a relaxed finish into the bottom right corner. United didn't stop there. Casemiro nearly doubled the lead following a poor clearance from Solanke, but Vicario produced another fine stop. The Italian keeper's performance was the only thing keeping United at bay, as he racked up 8 saves at Old Trafford. In the second half, the insurance goal finally arrived in the 81st minute, stemming from a Diogo Dalot cross from the right flank. Bruno Fernandes, having ghosted away from his marker, headed home to make it 2-0. The scoreline remained unchanged until the whistle, securing a vital home win for United. Tottenham now languish in 14th place with 29 points, having failed to pick up a win in their last 5 Premier League outings. United were utterly dominant in their play, boasting 64% possession, 561 passes with a 90% completion rate, and registering 23 attempts on goal. Aside from Vicario's heroics, the spotlight was firmly on Bryan Mbeumo, whom Carrick has successfully converted into a striker. Mbeumo has looked incredibly dangerous under Carrick's regime. In his 20 Premier League appearances this season, he has notched 9 goals and 1 assist, with 3 of those goals coming in the 4 matches since Carrick took charge. Leading the line as a centre-forward is not entirely new to him. Last season at Brentford, he played 6 matches in that role, scoring 4 goals. This stellar form has made Mbeumo United's current top scorer, sitting 3 goals ahead of captain Bruno Fernandes. His debut season at Manchester United is truly taking flight, as the 26-year-old begins to rediscover the clinical edge he displayed at Brentford, where he scored 20 goals in 38 matches last term, a record that prompted United to sign him for £65 million plus £6 million in potential add-ons. After the final whistle, despite the bitter result at Old Trafford, Thomas Frank could not hide his pride in the mental integrity shown by his squad. He insisted that the scoreline did not reflect a collapse of his team's spirit, especially after being forced to play with 10 men following Romero's red card. Frank highlighted that for the final 60 minutes, his players showed remarkable resilience to stay in the game and refused to simply fold in the face of the opposition's dominance. According to his observations, his side looked very solid in the opening 30 minutes and were able to match the intensity of a United side currently riding high under Carrick. Thomas Frank also shared his thoughts on his former Brentford protege, stating that even though Mbeumo scored, he felt proud to see him performing for a Big Six club. He noted that Mbeumo is gradually proving he can handle the pressure of a massive club by delivering on the pitch. Frank expressed his hope that Mbeumo can push his potential even higher and become one of the best players in the game moving forward. Frank remarked that seeing Mbeumo thrive on such a grand stage is a testament to the player's relentless work ethic and character. This victory is more than just 3 points for Manchester United. It is clear evidence of the mental transformation brought about by Michael Carrick. Under his guidance, the players appear far more fluid in transition and brave enough to exploit the tightest of spaces in the opposition's defense. The Old Trafford atmosphere, which had previously grown somewhat muted, is once again electric as the team significantly closes the gap on the top of the table, sending a serious warning to their rivals for the remainder of the season. Beyond the tactical shift, United's success is also down to a squad depth that is beginning to find its collective rhythm. The coordination between the midfield, anchored by the duo of Casemiro and Mainoo, and the dynamic forward line has made the Red Devils' attack difficult to restrain. This level of consistency is crucial if United are to continue their pursuit of Aston Villa and secure Champions League football, proving that the new era under Carrick is not a temporary trend, but a solid foundation for long-term success. Man United keep tabs on Real Madrid star as potential successor to Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire's tenure at Old Trafford currently hangs in the balance as his contract approaches its conclusion at the end of this season. This uncertainty has sparked widespread speculation among the United faithful regarding who might step into the leadership void at the heart of the Red Devils' defense should he depart. While talks of an extension have previously taken place, Manchester United's hierarchy have reportedly held back from offering the England centre-half a new deal. The club's cautious stance suggests they are weighing up the financial and technical implications of such a significant decision with great care. This approach aligns with the new policy under INEOS, who are reluctant to sanction long-term contracts with exorbitant wages for players approaching their 33rd birthday. This shift in philosophy signals a new era where squad efficiency is the primary focus for the club's minority shareholders. Should an agreement fail to materialize, United will be forced to see a leader in their backline leave for nothing and must act swiftly to find a suitable replacement. Losing a player of Maguire's experience undoubtedly demands a successor with a similar profile in terms of on-field authority. As a contingency plan, Manchester United have surprisingly been reported to have made a move for Real Madrid star Eder Militao. The news has sent ripples through the Santiago Bernabeu, given the vital role the Brazilian defender has played for the club. The 28-year-old is viewed as an ideal fit, possessing the leadership and wealth of experience at the highest level required to fortify the Red Devils' rearguard. United remain convinced that the winning mentality Militao brings from Madrid could drastically transform their defensive outlook. At the top of his game, Militao is widely regarded as one of Europe's elite centre-backs, boasting exceptional defensive instincts alongside robust technical and tactical attributes. His reading of the game and prowess in aerial duels make him a formidable opponent for any striker. However, his impressive performances on the pitch have frequently been hampered by a relentless string of injuries since his arrival at Madrid from FC Porto in 2019. This fitness record remains the solitary blemish on an otherwise stellar reputation in Spain. The Brazilian international's medical history is cause for concern, with a total of 138 matches missed for both club and country. Such figures illustrate just how much time he has spent on the treatment table rather than on the hallowed turf. His most serious setbacks involve back-to-back ACL ruptures in both knees, a fact that weighs heavily on United's medical staff. The condition of knees that have undergone 2 major surgeries would necessitate a rigorous physical examination before any transfer could proceed. Militao's physical fragility makes him a compelling yet risky prospect for United, especially considering Lisandro Martinez is also prone to injury layoffs. Should both be sidelined simultaneously, United could face a defensive crisis reminiscent of previous campaigns. While the likes of Harry Maguire and Matthijs de Ligt are also susceptible to minor knocks, Militao's profile is still considered a significant upgrade to the squad's defensive quality, provided he stays fit. His pace and mobility are deemed far superior to United's current options at centre-half. Reports of a £35 million bid from United have allegedly forced the Real Madrid board to convene and consider their options. This opening gambit has initiated serious dialogue between the two European giants. Although Militao is highly valued for his influence in the dressing room, his sale is seen as a way to provide significant financial breathing room for future wages and transfer budgets. Madrid's management are reportedly scouting the market for a younger, more robust defender to fill his boots. For Manchester United, a £35 million fee for a world-class defender in his prime is viewed as a sensible investment. His arrival would be expected to serve as both a mentor and a foil for the development of United's promising young defenders, Leno Yoro and Aiden Heaven, who are central to the club's long-term plans. Militao's experience as a Champions League winner would be invaluable in the maturation of these academy prospects. However, Militao's injury record remains a major question mark and a red flag for the Old Trafford hierarchy. The risk of losing a key player during the business end of the season is a primary concern haunting the coaching staff. Furthermore, convincing the player to swap Madrid for Manchester is no small feat, particularly as Ineos seeks to move away from recruiting aging stars from Europe's elite. For his part, Militao is said to remain deeply loyal to Madrid and is reluctant to force a move in the near future. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.